Everybody, welcome back to another video. It is Zachary David here, and today we got a episode about hydration. One of probably the most underrated topics in the fitness industry because it's not cool, it's not sexy, it doesn't really attract a lot of views. But as talking to young people about starting their fitness journey, hydration is important. I got my bucked up 64-ounce water bottle. I've actually been drinking this to the gym more often than a regular blender shaker bottle, and usually I'm drinking a crap ton of these. And today we're going over the recommended amount that men and women should be drinking. Information on my channel is geared towards both guys and girls, so hopefully some of y'all are watching out there. All this information is going to be coming from the Cleveland Clinic. For men, you recommended 104 ounces of water a day. This is like 2 of these. If you drink 2 of these, you are well over your goal to getting these. Ladies, if you drink 1.5 of these, you'll be reaching your goals as well. Your recommended water amount is 73 ounces. So, men, you're drinking about a liter more than ladies. You can go over that gladly. The more you drink water, the better it is for you, especially if you're exercising. The reason I recommend doing more, especially if you're in sports, when you exercise, you obviously sweat. And sweat is water that you don't use. That's why after you go for a really long run, or you're working out really hard and you're sweating, sometimes you don't really have to pee. Even if you're chugging water, you're still sweating. Just because you don't have to pee doesn't mean you shouldn't stop drinking water. It means you should actually drink more water, especially if you've been sweating. So how much water do you really need? Number 1 is activity level, kind of what we just talked about. The more active you are in sports, athletics, fitness, exercising, the more you're going to sweat, the more you need to replenish the water that you lost. Also, you can get dehydrated. Let's make a note about that. Location, if you're in the warmer climate or in a different season, usually you're probably going to drink more water when it's late spring, early summer because it's hot, it's humid. There are days that you walk outside and you feel like you've been outside for an hour because of how humid or hot it is. I'm in Michigan. Michigan summers can get pretty toasty. So I drink a lot of water, especially during the summer. When I was coaching, mainly cross country and track, even though I might not be running as much as the kids do, I still have a water bottle on hand. Either way, having some sort of water on hand is always a plus for me. Plus metabolism. If you have a faster metabolism, that means you burn through calories. You burn through your caloric reserves, which is the food you eat. You also burn through water, or you use up the water much faster. So you're probably going to be drinking more water. And size, the more you weigh, the more water your body tends to need. And we talk about water weight. If you drink a lot of water, some of that water is actually going to stay in your cells or in your tissue. When you see fighters or you see bodybuilders getting ready for a fight or getting ready for a show, you'll see them in saunas with garbage bags. You'll see them in like 3 layers of clothing running outside when it's 85 degrees. They're trying to make weight or they're trying to lose weight. Some of that weight is actually water weight. So when you do go on a diet, some of that fat that you lost might be water weight. Just because you lost 5 pounds, some of that is water weight. Health. Fighting off an illness can be dehydrating. If you're sick, you got sore throat, swallowing hurts, you're probably not going to want to drink anything, much less try and swallow as little as possible. It's still important to stay hydrated. You can use electrolytes, you can use those liquid IV packets. There's still ways to get the amount of water that you need. On a grosser note, sometimes you might be vomiting or having diarrhea or peeing or all 3 at the same time. That's fluid leaving your body. After you throw up, after you have the shits, drink some water. It's only going to replenish your stores. Last one. I know hopefully none of you are drinking underage, but when you do drink alcohol, alcohol is a diuretic. That means it can make you dehydrated. Sometimes people who bodybuild actually do some shots of alcohol because it actually makes you dehydrated. That's why, if you have a lot of drinks, the next morning you have that really bad headache, you think it's hungover, that's because all that water is just leaving your body. Okay? That's why we want to make sure that we're still drinking regardless. What are some benefits of water? We talked about why you should drink water. We talked about the instances where it's really good for you, but in general, why? I know a lot of people hate drinking water. My wife does not drink enough water. Sorry, babe. You need to drink at least those recommended daily ounces that we talked about. For guys, it was 104 ounces. For girls, it was 73 ounces. Why should we care how much water? Why do we even need water? First one, it improves blood flow. Water ensures that your blood is getting the right consistency to carry oxygen and nutrient-rich blood to areas that need it, including brain, heart, kidney, muscles. You're not going to have good circulation if you're not drinking enough water. Water has oxygen in it, H2O. Aids in digestion. Your body needs water to break down and process the food that you eat. Fluid in your system also helps prevent constipation. If you drink enough water, it breaks down food in your stomach and then also helps push food through. Maintain your joints. It actually lubricates the joints, makes your joints move better. Think about WD-40. You oil up your joints, they help you move better. Guards against kidney damage. Drinking adequate amounts of water can help prevent kidney stones. Those are hard pellets that form in your urinary tract. And for guys, the only way to pass those kidney stones is through your junk. It's like giving birth through a straw. So if you don't want that, drink your water. Boost skin appearance. If you're someone that struggles with acne or your breakouts, drinking enough water will actually help that go down. This is just as effective as all those oils and lotions that you put on your face. So that 64-step skincare routine before bed that you do. Drink water. Protects your teeth. Water keeps your mouth clean. Lowers your risk of tooth decay. Symptoms. If you're not dehydrated enough, there's an easy way to test this. Take a pee. You look in the toilet. The darker the yellow it is, the more likely you are dehydrated. The more light yellow / maybe more clear your pee is, or pale yellow, that means you are more than likely hydrated. Pee has a really strong odor. You can just kind of smell the pee coming out of the toilet. Probably need to take a look at that. You're also moderately dehydrated. You're constipated, which means you can't poop. Feel dizzy, you got dry mouth, fatigue, which means you're going to be tired, and you also have muscle cramps. So think about like Charlie horse. Severe dehydration comes from abdominal pain, confusion, and lethargy. Kind of means like lazy. Last thing, can you drink too much water? Yes, believe it or not, you can drink too much water. This is called hyponatremia. This is low sodium. So you're drinking more water than you have salt. Cells going to start to shrivel up. You're losing all your salt in your body. If you wash away all the salt, bad things are going to happen inside you, basically. Making water a habit. A couple easy things. Just instead of having milk, coffee, tea, juices, pop, energy drinks during the day, drink some water. Sometimes I'll have an energy drink at the gym. I always bring this. Okay, my gym is like 25 minutes away from me, so I can usually get through probably almost this much going to the gym. 25 minutes, probably like half for this. I usually try and get 64 ounces, maybe a little bit more, between going to the gym and coming home from the gym. You need to get one of those cheer you on water bottles, as I call it. Like 8 a.m. to like 2 p.m. and then circles back. I was like, yay, you did it. Congratulations. Keep going. I would recommend, regardless of whether or not you want a cheering on water bottle or like this bad boy, the bigger the bottle, the less of a chore it is to refill it. I would get a bottle that's probably at least 24 fluid ounces at least. Because if you have like a glass of normal water, You could probably drink that like in one sitting in like a minute, and then you're like, oh, I don't want to get up and refill it. That's a pain in the butt. Other things you guys can do if you hate the taste of water, you want something that's like tasty, adding some liquid IV in there, adding some like flavor. I know there's like Mio little pods, flavoring pods. I do pre-workout, which is a powdered energy drink that you can mix with water that makes it tasty. So those are just some other ways you guys can go and make sure your water's there. Thanks for watching, everybody, and please watch some of the other videos. I really want to keep this channel building. I've actually reached out to some people trying to be guests on here where we talk about other people's fitness journeys, other people's advice, so you're not just hearing from me. Comment down below if there is a video or a guest that you want. Maybe there's a topic I haven't covered yet that you are really interested in. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.